Well, hi everyone, my name is Mark and I live in Birmingham. And my journey to faith comes from a background of not growing up in a so-called Christian home or any religious background whatsoever. One might say that I was totally secular. I didn't even go to church. I didn't hang around with any type of religious people at all. In fact, I didn't really know the basics or even the facts about Christianity. Somehow I had missed it in my upbringing. Somehow things had passed me by. I'd had a brief kind of encounter with Sunday school, but didn't stick it out and didn't stay. And so when I first began to come close to Christianity, I had some vague notion that Jesus had died on a cross, but I had no idea why, and no concept of what a resurrection or a coming back to life might be. As completely non-cognizant, ignorant of all the facts about Jesus. In fact, the only time that I went to church was really for weddings and funerals, and then really we went to the service so that we could go to the party afterwards or the wake or so on. I was not in that world at all. And what happened to me is that a school teacher began to teach a curriculum from the Gospel of Luke. I had to go to his class because I wasn't allowed to go to the French class. I was too disruptive to go in French, so they put me in RE. And through that year, I saw that this man taught about Jesus from the Gospel of Luke, and he began to say that the things in that record were actually true. And when he walked into the classroom, there was a group of us who would sing the word Jackanory, which was a children's storytelling program at that time, because we wanted him to say we didn't believe him. But over the months, I began to become interested in, well, could this be true, what Jesus did? And eventually I did attend a church. And here's the thing, when I went to that church, I knew those people had something that I didn't have. Now, I was really popular in school. I don't have a story where I was a down and out or anything like that. I was popular, athletic, in the sports team, all of that. But when I saw those people, I knew they had something that I didn't have. There was something about them, a deep sense of love. But what really struck me was, of course, I was really sorry for some of the things I'd done, and I was no angel by any means. But what struck me is the sense of purpose that was offered in Christianity and in Jesus. And all of a sudden, my life felt so meaningless. What happens? Is the great goal of life to just have a house and a holiday? And I didn't really think that life had any meaning, but Jesus really offered calling and meaning and purpose. And so I said a simple prayer and asked Jesus to come into my life. I submitted my life to his direction and his way, of course. I asked for forgiveness for the things that I'd done wrong. And that was the start of my journey into this great life of purpose. Great sense of meaning, that things were for a reason and that I had value and a reason. And that's really what captivates me even to this day. So let me encourage you, if you don't know about church things or anything about Christianity, please take it from someone that had a real start of not knowing anything. And yet, God still spoke to me, and he can speak to you too. And God told me, in my mind, God loves me, and I received that, and you can too. And then I quickly began to learn the Bible. It's not as complicated as people make out. And I began to learn and understand God has a plan and his love is for me. It's really good news. So if you feel like you don't know about church, or you're going from a standing start, take it from someone who knew absolutely nothing. You can know God and you can know the love of Jesus, and it's really, really good news.